Yeah.
Yay. Thank you so much for being here, Manuel. So we're joined by Manuel, who is the CMO of Monstropoly, and he's going to run us through everything Monstropoly. As you guys know, we are having an INL on GameStation tomorrow at 4 p.m. UTC. Snapshot today at 9 p.m. UTC, guys. So make sure you stake your gamer tokens. Okay, so hi, Manuel. Great having you here. How's it going?
Hello from my home, as you can see. No background, so it's gonna be fully transparent, as you can see. So I'm very good and very excited about this cooperation with GameStation and everything we are doing with you guys. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely. We're so excited to be working with you guys. So happy that you could be here today and just run everyone through what they can expect from Monstropoly. As you guys know, prizes are up for grabs for the best question, and you can run people through the prize. We're going to pick the best question, and you guys are going to get a whole pack of amazing stuff. But what we're going to do now is we're just going to answer a few questions, then move on to Twitter, and then we'll open up the chat. So, Manuel, it'd be great if you could just start off with just introducing yourself, letting people know about yourself and the team.
Okay, so I'm Manuel Machado. As you mentioned, I'm the CMO of Satoshi's Games. So I'm been in the IT sector for more or less 20 years, working on a tech-based solution definition, on biz dev, on marketing, and so forth. In blockchain, I've been for the last 5 to 6 years, working for a big payment service provider. And last year, I moved to a blockchain game. And now I'm working for Satoshi's. This year I moved to Satoshi's, and that's basically my background. I'm very interested in Web3 and what the impact that may have in our society. Hopefully positive if we all help out. And I'm excited about a lot of things like how we are changing the sector. We're talking about gaming, but it's impacting many different sectors, and some new elements like DAOs, how tokenomics and gameplay need to fit together. Many different things that we are defining as we go.
Oh, nice. Thank you so much for the introduction. Wow, 20 years in IT. That's amazing. That's a long time. You loved it.
Yeah. I don't look like, right?
You can tell.
Not really.
But that's good. That's a lot of experience.
Yeah. That's positive.
Free and play to earn. So that's really cool. I was going to say it would be great if you could introduce the whole Monstropoly team. I know you're representing them today, but yeah.
Yeah, we are about in-house. We must be like 36, 38 people. And then we are also working with other companies, like, for example, with developers and some very expertise service providers. And in total, we must be like 50 something, almost 60 people in total, because we are actually working on different areas. We have 2 games to play and earn games. And also we have like a play and earn a blockchain game distribution platform that is called Elixir. So we have 3 different business lines. So that's why we are that many, and still we should be more, but you have to balance resources with with business.
But you've said, oh wow, so massive team. That's a lot of people working together. That's a lot of personalities, a lot of people working together. That's really cool. It'll be great to understand Monstropoly, like how did the name come about? Why did you start working on it? And just present us with Monstropoly for anyone that doesn't know anything about it.
Yeah. So Monstropoly, to be honest, the name, I don't know where it's coming from. Basically it's a place where monsters fight with each other. So it makes sense that it's called Monstropoly. But I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know who was the genius that got the name, but to me, it's like it sounds like just right. Like you're talking about monsters, a place, or a poly, or a city, and then they fight with each other. So that should be okay. It's more complex than that, but it's the basis of the game. So it's a game. It's a MOBA. It's a battle arena where you have different characters, avatars. It's very avatars. They are not like serious avatars. They're like fun-looking monsters that fight with each other. You have the different gaming modes. You have a player to engine, so you can play alone. You don't need anybody else. You can have also player to players, and also we have some different play modes. Like we have a cooperation boar monster fight or something like that, if I recall it properly. It's where you gather a group of up to 15 people, and they fight all against a set of monsters, which are very difficult to win.
Nice.
So the idea is also that it's not that you fight with each other all the time, but you can cooperate with other players and then share the loot and share the rewards of the fight. So there's a lot of approaches to the game. So we try to cater for a lot of ways of playing, because not everybody is likes to play the same way. Like, for example, this is one thing that we are doing, and we are pushing it very hard, is that although we are a blockchain-based game, we allow for free-to-play mode. Like, people can develop themselves and get rewards and upgrade their monsters without having to have anything to do with crypto or wallets or whatever. Of course, the development is a little bit slower than the blockchain base, and you are not you don't have an NFT, you have a non-NFT character, but still you can develop and play and fight with each other and have a lot of fun. And then the day you want to move to a real NFT, then you have to do the investments or the bets on that, and then you are the owner of the NFT. You can take it out, you can upgrade it, and so on and so forth. But you are not forced to do that. You have it. That's your choice.
That's really cool. It's so good that you've taken into consideration gamers that are not in crypto, because there's a lot of gamers that are in crypto. But I feel like what you guys are doing with them playing the game, they want to move over to NFT. It will incentivize them to get a crypto wallet and things like that. So I think it's good that you've taken that into consideration. I think the whole tournaments will be so fun. Like, people will love that. So up to 50 people can play together to fight against. So do you say up to 50?
15.
Oh, 15. I thought you said 50.
But it's something that may change in the future. Like, we are also always listening to the community, and if they say, okay, we would like to have like 15 fighting each other, then it's something that we can analyze. It's not everything that is requested is not going to be done, but we are always listening to our community and see if we can fit in something that we are recommending.
100%. So you're always taking on feedback, and if it's possible and it's right for the project, then you definitely take it into consideration, which I think is great. Okay, cool. So let's talk about the vision of Monstropoly. Like, what was the whole vision and mission behind it? Like, what your goals, what you hope to achieve?
Yeah. So the vision is very much linked to what I mentioned before. Is the idea of the play and earn. We were one of the let's say pioneers of the blockchain gaming, the initial play to earn space, because we developed another game which is called Light Night some years ago, about 3 to 4 years ago. It was providing Bitcoin rewards, and now we are migrating it because the economics don't work out. So we are migrating to a smart contract based blockchain, and we will have it a new edition like in September or October. So we have a lot of experience in play to earn. And what we realize is not only what it was going on in the market, but also within us. It's like when you put so much financial rewards in a game, it sometimes it becomes the only thing you can see is the financial rewards. And that's a pity, because we are there to play and to have fun. And if you are rewarded, that's great. But not everybody is going to be going only to work with the game, because that would be a pity. So then we decided to have other kind of games where you have the whole experience without having to have this crypto-based rewarding system. It could be like a soft traditional way. You have a lot of fun. You share it with your friends or whatever, and then you have another way to start being the owner of your assets if you want, getting some rewards. And then also you have another level where you get really, really professional and you start earning a lot of money, or nice money. Let's say it's a little bit like esports. Like not everybody is like in top leagues. The guys in top leagues,
yeah,
they are earning a lot. They are earning more than it's amazing. They make a lot of money. But not everybody has to be at that level. You have to be. You can get rewards, and you are motivated by rewards, or you are just playing and having fun with your game, and then it's up to you to decide. You are not forced to move to one of these three stages. You decide where you feel comfortable, and that's the kind of vision that we have. It's a nice, fun game where you enjoy without having to do something that you are not looking forward to.
Yeah, I like that. I like that you consider so many different people. And the fact that, like you said, with the whole esports, there's levels to it. So different levels, different leagues, people can still have fun and they don't have to all be professionals, because there's going to be people that are better than others and that really make more rewards, but at least everyone can enjoy the game and have fun with it.
Exactly.
So it'll be great to talk a bit more about the game. Like if we can focus on the game and the mechanisms behind Monstropoly, like the whole PvE, PvP, like if you could break it down for everyone, that'd be great.
Yeah. So it's a very, in that sense, it's a very classical one where you have a possibility to play against the machines, against engines that are in your space. You can play with friends. You can meet up with people you don't even know just to get and play with each other. And then you have this group adventures where you are looking to kill like a very nasty big monster or a bunch of nasty monsters. The idea is that we are also trying to have a lot of flexibility within the upgrading of the monster. We want users, even if they don't have an NFT based monster, if it's a non-NFT monster, that they can develop their monster, they can get more weapons, use different weapons, they can craft different things, they can create things out of nothing, out of their experience. They will get rewarded in both development paths, in the non-NFT and in the NFT. We have different coins for them to get rewarded, and then they can use it to upgrade. They can breed their monsters, so they can create new monsters. They can stake their monsters. They can do a lot of things. But we don't want to get too crazy too soon. You have to enjoy like simple game mode, a simple gameplay that really get fun with, and then you start thinking about maybe breeding, maybe upgrading your NFTs and so forth. So we try to evolve it in a nice, non-stressful way.
So you're trying to evolve it like at a certain pace rather than just like everything all at once and stuff. So with the staking and the breeding.
Yeah, if we go little by little, then people understand. I think.
Yeah.
I'm also trying to play because I'm not like a big time gamer. I like to game, but I'm not a professional one. So I'm no professional gamer at all. So I like to progress little. I know people want to go very, very fast, and that's fine. We have all the ways for them to progress, but I like to understand what I'm doing within the game. And I have a very analytic mind, so I like to understand everything. And so I appreciate when things are very obvious, and I understand, I get it, and then I feel more comfortable and advance a little bit. The idea is that people like me can progress in the game, and people who wants to go much faster also, they can progress. So the games adapts a little bit to you somehow.
Yeah, I completely understand what you mean. I think you just want people to understand different levels before they go to the next level, and
yeah,
That way they can advance rather than everything at once. You touched a little bit about the breeding. How does the breeding work? Is it like, did you say it was with free Genesis, or I know you just touched briefly that you have breeding. You just talk a bit more information about that.
Yeah. Okay. So we are launching, as you mentioned at the beginning, the Genesis NFT, and they have they have many different benefits, no? But one of them is that they have 3 breeding times. Let's say they can breed 3 times instead of the 2 times that any other NFT monster can breed. So that gives you one more chance, one more breeding turn to produce more monster. Basically, you would need 2 monsters to mate and to breed a new one. And they of course they are gonna inherit the some of the characteristics of the existing monsters. In that sense, it's a little bit normal approach, like the one you can see in other games. So in that sense, we are not shocking anybody, and it's something that is well developed in other games, and we just follow like best practices to make it nice, powerful, but also very simple for everybody to be able to create their own monsters, created out of their own existing ones.
Okay, cool, brilliant. Thanks for breaking that down. What I was going to talk about now is, let's talk about the milestones that you guys have achieved so far. Is there any particular milestones that you're super excited about, or any future developments, or things that are happening in the background that people don't know? Yeah.
There's a lot of things going on, but again, let's make it simple. We are in the alpha. We are in an alpha version of the game. We are developing or delivering different alphas, different levels of alphas. I think we are in 3.5, something like that. I can't remember the number right now, but we are delivering several alphas, and so now it's a playable alpha. You can bring the NFTs you're gonna get. You don't need to have an NFT to play it. You can play it because you have a monster by default. But if when you buy your NFT, you will be able to bring that NFT within the game, and then you will have the different gameplay that you will have from your own NFT. Your NFT we have right now 4 classes. We're going to have different ones, and each of them they have a different way to. Oh, somebody's calling. I hope somebody else is opening it. Somebody else. Okay. It's different. I think it's my daughter's coming. It's not my daughter. Okay, doesn't matter. We had different classes. I'm sorry, I forgot which was the question. Can you repeat me the question?
Yeah, we're talking about all the future developments.
Where we are. Yeah. Okay, so we have this alpha version where you can bring in your NFTs. So the next milestone is this NFT sale, where users our community and the GameStation community will be able to get their own NFTs. They will be able to bring it to the game, but we are in the alpha mode. So that alpha is going to be improving, but it doesn't have the in-game reward mechanisms yet. So what are we going to do until we have these mechanisms that we will have in our beta version that is scheduled for September? So we have designed a staking program so that you can get a lot of rewards instead of the rewards that you will get in game. So you will be able, once you buy these NFTs, you will be able to stake them, and then you will receive Empolis, which is our internal token, and then you will have raffle tickets to win a lot of goodies. Like we have physical figurines, which is going to be the version of your own NFT. So you have an NFT that is unique, and you will be able to 3D printed it for you and send it back to you. and you will also have, we have a comic with all the characters from Monstropoly, so you will be able also to receive a comic, merchandising. Also, you may win also NFTs. It's a lot of things, that you can win. So the idea is to give you rewards with this staking. When we mean staking is just that you don't sell it, because you can still use that NFT within the game. And after that, in September, once we have the new version, then the staking program will finish, and you will be able to use your NFTs within the game to win in-game rewards, which is one of the initial idea. So that's more or less the planning that we have in front of us.
Ooh, the rewards sound amazing. I really like the whole 3D idea. Your own personal NFT. You can make a 3D version of it, and then you send it to the owner of the NFT. I think that's really cool. I really do like that idea. That's really, really cool. Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice. Thanks for going into that. It'll be great if we could talk about partnerships. Is there any sort of partnerships that you guys have in the pipeline that you want to talk about? Any,
we have a lot of partnerships going on. Okay, so we are working with guilds, for example, and the idea is that the game we allow for the use of the implementation of scholarships and the support to players that want to move into the strong reward programs that are linked to crypto. So we're going to be working with different guilds to allow for that. We are also working with some esports companies to organize tournaments, even without having to provide the rewards within the game. So you are able to do the competition in the game, and then the rewards can be delivered outside of the game. Depending on the organization, sometimes they prefer to have the rewards outside of the game. We are also working with other games. We are linked to Elixir. This, what I mentioned at the beginning, is a game distribution platform. So we are distributing Web3 games. So we are cooperating with other games. So we are talking about giving extra utility to other NFTs. So if a game has an NFT wants to gain more utility, we can provide them. They can bring their NFT to our game, and then they will earn more utility within our game, and we can do the same thing with their game. So we are working on this kind of agreements with different games. And also we are developing, we deploy a very interesting engagement tool that we apply to our Discord, because the idea is that we take care of our gamers, not only within the game, but outside of the game. So even in the Discord, we want to do a lot of things. Like, not everybody's playing all the time, but still they may become friends. They want to do things together. They want to learn together. They want to do many things. So we want to increase that engagement, not only within the game, but also within the Discord family of users. And for that, we are partnering with a company that is providing that, and we are helping them out so that they develop that tool and improve it. So we have a lot of things going on, and we will be communicating little by little.
Yeah, that sounds like you got some great partnerships, Colin. That's really exciting about the whole esports and tournaments. And what we'll do is we'll drop your socials at the end, so people can definitely stay up to date with any sort of partnerships or any new announcements you're going to have coming up. I dropped your trailer in the chat also, so people can watch the trailer, because I saw the trailer on the website. It looks really cool. Thank you so much for going in about the partnerships. It'll be good if we can talk about the two different tokens, because there's the Mpoly and the MPGLD token. So people will know about the utilities and the token numbers too. So it'd be great if you can break us down.
The MPGLD is MP Gold. Yes, we just make it a little bit shorter, but we call it MP Gold. So we have, as I mentioned, we have two ways to upgrade your monster. If it's a non-NFT monster, we have a token that we call it Candy. Maybe we change the name, but for the time being, it's called Candy. That you can use to upgrade your your monster, even if it's not an NFT based. And then you have the NFTs, and to upgrade them, you need MP gold, and to do things with them, and to change the arms that you are using in different battles and so forth. So for that, you use MP gold, which is, let's say, the internal rewarding token. And then you have the M-Poly, which is, let's say, the hard token, the one that you can find, or you will find in exchanges in the future once we list the token. And that's the one that you will be able to get value into the game and extract value outside of the game, like a classical way.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you so much for that breakdown. I'm so glad that you clarified that. Thank you so much for that. It'll be good if we can talk about the NFTs. So the NFTs and the whole Monstropoly marketplace, like what utilities they'll have, what people can expect from the NFTs that'll come in.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so our NFTs basically are the avatars that you use in the game. And so the initial thing is the kind of use that you have within the game. We have, I think it's 5 levels of rarity within the game. So depends on the rarity. You have a mixture of DNA that those monsters are composed of, and then depending on the class, you have a kind of attack. You can access some weapons that other classes don't have. So everything is depending on the kind of monster you have. You will be able to do some things and not other things. But also, it's like a door to a whole development. You will be able to upgrade that monster. You can also boost some of their performances. You can add some new functionalities that it didn't have at the beginning. So it's something that is going to be evolving depending on how much, let's say, care you take of that monster. Because if you win a lot of combats, if you play a lot, you will bring a lot of rewards. You can use those rewards to make it grow, and also you will see which way you want it to grow. If you want to develop one thing, or you develop another of their functionalities or their capabilities, or if you want to invest rather on getting different weapons instead of just developing the monster itself. So it's a whole thing that you're going to develop certain attachment to that monster, because it's going to be, all of them are unique, but as soon as you start working with them, they're going to be growing, and they're going to be even more unique than ever, because they will not be similar to anything that is in the whole game. So that's the kind of evolution of utility that you have. And then, of course, as I mentioned before, we are looking for agreements with other games where you can have some extra utility just by having that NFT. That you have that NFT, and then you got some benefit, or you can have a version of that in the other game. When you have other different ways that we are looking for to increase the utility of our NFTs.
Nice. Okay, that's really, really cool. Thank you so much for the breakdown. Thank you for answering those questions. Guys, if you haven't already staked your gamer tokens, just to let you know that INO is taking place tomorrow. So you don't want to miss that at 4 p.m. UTC. So the snapshot is at 9 p.m. UTC tonight. So definitely make sure you stake your game token so you don't miss out on Monstropoly. Thank you so much, Manuel, for answering those questions. Don't worry, I'm not done with you yet. We're going to move on to the Twitter questions. So now we're going to move on to the Twitter questions, and we've selected just a few. So we selected only about 3 different Twitter questions. Okay. And the first one is from Polygon Baby, and they have said, what motivated the creation of this project, and how far do you think this the creation is going to be solutions required after conception of this idea? Have you ever thought of abandoning this project, considering the fact that, yeah, it's quite a long question. And even more, considering the fact that there are other competitors in the space. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a lot of questions. I like the one, if you consider abandoning the project. I love that one. In principle, not. This is hectic. It's very fast moving sector. It's crazy. It's like you work long hours, but you really need to be passionate about what you're doing, because it's a very demanding one, but also it's very satisfying, at least for me. For others, maybe not, but for me, it's really, really satisfying. I have my daughter here.
Oh, hello.
Estoy en vídeo, cariño. ¿Me dejas un momentito?
Oh, she's so cute.
Yeah, she likes to ignore me. And she's only 8, so imagine. Okay, so what? We never thought about abandoning the project. It doesn't mean that you don't change things. We are all the time like pivoting on some small concepts that we see that it don't work, or they don't go fast. We don't like them, or some art that we see, okay, this is not high quality enough. So we are changing things all the time. We are also working with external people that also help us. It's very challenging because it's not internal teams, but at the same time they bring you in some insights that you didn't know, because they have been working with other projects. So what we were looking for is a little bit the vision I shared before, is that having this high quality game which is a lot of fun to play with, and where you are not forced to work like a 9 to 5 just to get money, and then you don't care what you are playing. It's something that you really get fun. You can share with friends. You can have very nice rewards, and then you can get professional about that. And that means that making a high quality game is already challenging, but making one that is so flexible potentially is even more complicated. So we are going to be changing stuff, and that's also why we are listening to our community very, very closely, because it's the only way for us to learn and to adapt to what they are looking for.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely. It's all about moving forward. And it's good that you take on community feedback. I was going to ask you, how do you feel about launching in the bear market? Because I know that's a question that a lot of people ask.
Yeah. I think it's troubling. I have different hats as like everybody. I'm also an investor, and I'm invested in crypto. And of course, my portfolio has almost disappeared. It wasn't that big, but now it's like peanuts. It's nothing. It's really, really bad. But it's part of it. I think it's like a fire that cleans a lot of things, and then the things that remain are gonna be stronger. And we intend to be one of the remaining high quality projects. We have a very long vision of deploying different games and being a critical part of the ecosystem with our Elixir platform, for example. So we have a very long vision. Financially, for the time being, we are good. We are covered, so we should be okay. Not to make big parties, but we are conservative people, so we are okay. And our focus is on delivering the high quality and the fun and the good mechanics, the good gameplay and economics fit. And that's where we want to. That's where we are working, and always looking at the long term, and making a game that is not only good or fun for a day or two, but it's something that you can bring in and invite friends and create a whole community around.
Definitely. You hit some great points on the head. Yeah, I think it's a long-term strategy, because obviously people always talk about launching the bear market, and it's a weird time for everyone with the bear market. But I guess it's crypto and nothing's predictable, and you're thinking of long-term strategy. So building in a bear market is still great. Do you know what I mean? Just onward and upwards and stuff. So I mean, as long as the facts have been thought through, then
and we are doing this NFT sale. Like nobody is doing NFT sales right now. Yeah, we are doing just a small size, so it's not a big one. But we think it's good for the market to bring some normality. We understand market is not good. It's like we wouldn't do an IDO right now, for example, because it would be a little bit too crazy. Or do an IDO for a very small volume. It doesn't make much sense. But for NFTs, I think that is something that we want to help bring back some normality to the market, and we're going to have it eventually. So we are working on that. We should go back to normality. I don't know when it will come, but we hope that soon enough.
Yeah, you're right. It's good. Do you know what? It's good to have some normality. Like these crazy times, it's nice to have normality. So I think you definitely make a good point with that one. Definitely. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next question is from Shubham Kumar, and they've said, "How will Poly staking work in the Monstropoly ecosystem, and how will users take benefit from it?" I think you touched upon the staking before.
Yeah. Okay, we have maybe after I can share the white paper of the project, because we have the staking details, and for the token, for the NFT, we have the different classes of the characters. We have a lot of information, so you can have all that. That said, the idea with Poly is, as we mentioned, is a strong token. Is the one that is going to be listed in exchanges. So the idea is that we need to control, or we intend, like many projects, for it to be deflationary and to have the right liquidity in the market. So we are going to be deploying different tools in order for us to be able to ensure that. So we have some burning mechanisms where we're going to be destroying the token. We're going to have staking, probably also liquidity pools, which is something which is not that far from staking. And we will have different ways for people to have utility with the token. We want our users to be able to use the token to buy different NFTs and to buy for different upgrades of their NFTs, and so that there will be a clear utility for the token. And at the same time, we will have different mechanisms to burn it, so that we try to have a quite a deflationary evolution of the token. And rewards, they're going to be they will adapt to the situation of the market. If we want people to stake a lot, then rewards will be greater. If we don't need that, rewards will go lower. So it's going to be very, very rational. Of course, it will go lower for the new stake, for the one that is already staked, and they have agreed on our percentage, for example, that is going to be respected but the new ones, if we want them less people to stake because we don't really need it, then we will provide less rewards. So that's the approach. It's going to be very, very flexible and really adapted, so that everybody benefits from all this, all token holders.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you so much for that. We're going to move on to the last Twitter question, and then we'll open up the chat. I can see some people have their hands up. We'll open up the chat in a second. We're just going to do the last Twitter question, which is from Eat, Work, Play. And they said, how do you plan to onboard non-gamers, and what makes you different from the competitors, mass market and play to earn, in the play to earn space? I think they mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm repeating myself a little bit, but that's the kind of vision we have. We are addressing the mass market. We want people to just play and forget about everything. And to me, as I've been developing solutions on blockchain before in many different sectors, and the best thing you can do is to hide the technology, because people don't care about the technology you are using. They just want something that is fun to use, so that provides whatever they want. And they don't care. They don't care if you are in the cloud, or if you are. Some of them they may, but 99% of the people, they don't care if you're using cloud or blockchain or this service or the other, or if it's JavaScript or it's whatever. They just want something that really works and provides whatever they're looking for. So that's what we want to do. We want to have fun games. You have your fun, you develop your games. And if we can try to make things much easier, even when you are using crypto, we will do it. And if we don't manage to hide the whole complexity, we will support our users so that they can learn and they understand what they are doing. So that's the approach we have. Whenever we can, we will get rid of the impact, not of the technology. The technology is very powerful, and that's why we are using it. But we don't want people to be impacted by the technology. Sometimes we cannot help it, and then we will inform our users and accompany them. And that's why also we need a very strong community, because we cannot do it ourselves alone. We need also the whole community that has gone through the same process, and they share the experience with the rest of the newbies, those who have some doubts. And it's much better because they bring this advice from their own experience. It's no theory. It's what they lived when they have to install a wallet, and when they have to connect it, and then they didn't find the right token, and they have to look for the token and import the token, and then they have to use it to redeem it somewhere. All these things that when you have done it, it's quite straightforward. Before you've done it, it's crazy.
100%.
You don't know why you have to do all these things. It's a pity, but we will try to make it easier. And if we don't manage, then we will support our customers to prevent any difficulties.
Definitely,
and that's how we approach in the mass market.
Yeah, I think that's well said, and that's definitely great. All great points, 100%. And the fact that you mentioned about community, it's so great when you have a great community that can all come together and help one another. That makes a massive difference. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, Manuel, for answering those questions. What we're going to do now is we're going to open up the chat. I've seen some people had their hands up, but we're going to open up the chat, and people are going to have 2 minutes to write down their questions in the chat. What you can do is you can pick questions from the chat. We can also take people that have their hands raised, for example, and you can pick questions from the chat, whatever questions you like. When you do pick them, if you could just read out their name and reply to them, so it just makes it so much easier at the end when you're finding a winner. So if you could just do that when you read out their questions. As you guys know, we've got a really amazing prize. You're going to get a whole massive starter pack. Manuel, do you want to throw in what's in the starter pack? I see your daughter saying hello.
My daughter is coming back.
She's come to say hi. She misses you.
Next AMA, she's gonna do it.
Yeah, next AMA,
Fanny.
Hosted it.
Yes, estoy en vídeo. Si me dejas un momentito, estoy con mucha. You have to say hi. Hello.
Hello.
Say hi.
Hi.
Okay. ¿Me dejas un momentito, cariño? I'm sorry.
Oh, so cute.
No, she's her last day in school, so they are coming back a little bit earlier. Okay,
nice. Yeah.
And she's very excited because it's the last day.
Yeah, of course.
Sí, pero sí,
I don't blame her.
Oh my God, she's very demanding.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to choose how many? 3 questions.
Oh, look at the time. I didn't even know that it was 10 to 3 already. I can't believe we've been here nearly an hour. It's gone so quick. Yeah, you can select a few questions.
Okay.
If we should do we'll do 3 or 4, if that's okay.
Yeah, for me, that's okay.
Yeah. So we can also have their hands up as well, so we can mix and match.
Okay. Okay, so very simplistic one. It's from Oblique with Z at the end. It says, Manu blog, how do you plan to develop your gaming community? Is there a Telegram community? Okay, so that's a very interesting point, because we, as I mentioned, we are implementing a new tool that we develop a rewards program on top of our Discord. It's not within the Discord, but it's a platform that works very nicely with Discord, and also with other different social media. So we can do a lot of quests so that we can incentivize our users to do different things. We are at the very early stage of the implementation of the tool, and but we think that we're gonna bring a lot of fun to our users within Discord. Right now, Telegram, we are not pushing it that much. It's something that we really need to work on. for the time being, it's rather an announcement space. But we also want to engage with people within Telegram, because we understand that there are some people that prefer rather a Telegram than Discord, because it's a personal taste. So we're gonna try also to develop Telegram, and we'll see how it goes. And after, I will share a link to this a rewards program, because it's very interesting. Hope you like it.
Yeah.
So that's one question. We go to the next one. Let me check. Estación prediciendo. Cariño, sí, en vídeo. ¿Me puedes dejar un segundito? I'm gonna finish in 10 minutes, honey. Every other one. Okay, current episode about just for Estación prediciendo. Te llamo via web. Image from okay, so second one is from Nathan Fires, F-Y-R-E-Z.
Oh, perfect.
Nathan Fires.
Yeah, if you
And
could just
so
reply to
I
his name.
read. Yeah. Sorry, do you want me to write it?
Yeah, just so it's easy to find.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I say Nathan.
You just reply to his name. Yes, at the end we just find it so much easier to find them.
Nathan Fires.
Yeah.
Oh,
thank you.
Now I lost the question. Nathan, where are you?
Oh, did you? Oh my god.
No worries,
no
worries. Okay, no, it's yes. So it says current NFT is a hot topic, but are NFT not just for art? Does your project think that more real-world use cases will emerge for NFTs as time goes on? Why should we take NFTs seriously? Okay, so this is a very interesting question, because as I mentioned at the beginning, I a strong believer on Web3, which is, let's say, the new issue or issuance of the internet. It's going to be much more decentralized, where we're going to be, hopefully we'll be able to be owners of the information we are sharing with others, and we will be able to monetize and so forth. So NFTs, they are just some unique titles of ownership. So that you can apply it to your digital assets. So like music, for example, you can apply it to honey. Oh my God. You can apply it to physical assets, like real estate. You can apply it to the public administration. You can apply it to almost everything. So again, I don't care about the technology. The technology is an enabler. And what it's going to do is to enable the digitization of many different sectors. So it's going to bring a lot of efficiency, hopefully, reduce cost, allow you to do things that you couldn't do before because you have to move somewhere else to do it. I'm based in Spain. I could be able to do something with the physical assets in the Philippines, for example, or in Colombia, because I have the right of the title of ownership, and I can share it with somebody else, and I can have some cross digital physical world encounters, which are very, very interesting. I can have a Bored Ape that allows me to get into a physical party, or many different things. So it's to me, it's really serious tech and serious behavioral change. And I hope it's going to bring a lot of efficiencies and good things for everybody. And it's not obvious because, as with everything, you will see a lot of big players trying to kidnap the sector. So it's up to all of us to get educated and to fight for the technology to be able to provide services to everybody and to enable, let's say, good for everybody. At least that's my vision. It's a little bit philosophical, but I think it's important for what is to come. And so I need to bring another question.
Should we do some? I see that YM's had their hand up for a long time. Should we do some 5 questions? People their hands up.
Sure.
Okay, YM. I'm just going to allow you to speak to Manuel. Can you hear us? Let me see. YN, can you hear us? Okay, can't hear them. Sorry, we'll move on. Oro.
Hello.
Oh yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello. I am my question.
Please go ahead.
What is the most ambitious goal of your project? I want a pro of local share.
What is the biggest goal of my project? I think is
What is the most?
Yeah, the most
What is the
challenging
most?
goal.
What is the most ambitious goal of your project? I will a pro is your call share.
Okay, so I
I'm
think that
sorry.
no worries. I think
I'm from Indonesia.
good to talk to you, man. And I think the more challenging or the biggest goal for us is to address this so different market. I mean, you want to be mass market and also be able for some people to get motivated with some rewards and then address professional people. Is easier to say than done. I mean, it's a very big goal, and we realize that it's very big goal. So the way we approach it is that we don't want the whole world to be working with us. We want to grow our community naturally, and then it's gonna be a natural mix. It's not gonna be decided by us. It's like if we have a lot of professional people, then we will have a lot of professional people. We're not gonna kick them out, but we're not gonna kick them the mass market out either. So we think that it's going to be rather mass market, like 50, 60%. Maybe you have some people who are motivated by rewards, but not professional or not expecting to have like a salary coming out of the game. And that is going to be like another 30, 40%. And then you will have like 5% of people who is doing a killing. They are really playing a lot, and then they are getting into competitions. If we manage to get these stronger competitions working with EA Sports, and then they are earning a lot, and then they are making a living out of it, maybe they are also playing with other games because they are more professional. So for me, that's the real challenge. But in that challenge, I prefer to have the mass market rather than that small, very professional elite. If we get the 3 segments, that's great. But we will start with the mass, and then we will just bring in rewards and motivate people. And if we get to these elite players, great. But it's not obvious. And I think that's the biggest challenge, because it's not obvious to combine these very different communities.
Yeah, definitely. We only have enough time for one more question. So is it right we just quickly pick someone from the chat?
Sure. Shall I pick another question myself?
Yeah. Can we pick someone with their hands raised, or do you want to pick someone from the chat?
No, if you pick somebody yourself. That's fine.
Yeah, I don't mind.
You pick somebody, and
yeah,
I go ahead. Yeah, sure.
Sounds good. Orachuma, I see he's been here for a long time. Orachuma, I'm gonna unmute you so you can speak to Manuel. Can you hear us? Orachuma, I can't hear them.
No.
Hello. Okay, no, I can't hear them. I don't know if you want to pick someone, or I can pick someone else. Manuel, I don't really mind.
As you want. If you have somebody with hand standing, the hand raised, let's go. Let's try it. Otherwise, I look for a question.
Okay, then sounds good. It looks like Orachuma's ready to speak now. Bear me one sec. Hello. 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 Yeah. let's pick someone else. Elon Moist. See, they've got their hands up as well.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
We can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. My question is, when will your tokens be listed on an exchange?
Okay, so yeah.
And, on which exchange you plan to like list in the future? Yeah, that's my question.
Okay, thank you very much for your question. We had it planned out, and then the market changed completely. So that's gonna change. We don't know yet. It's gonna be most likely by September, October, but we don't know it for sure. We're working with a lot of investors. We have other business lines, and we are also getting funding for other business lines. So, and we also have our own launchpad for games. So we could be launched by our own launchpad via Elixir, the platform to distribute games. So it's gonna most likely be after the beta version of the game, which is gonna happen in September. So it may be in September, maybe October, but it's gonna depend very much on the market. Regarding exchanges, we have a very good relationship with several central exchanges. But we don't know yet how we're gonna do it. For sure, we're gonna be in the centralized exchanges. That's for sure. And then we have to see which are the central exchanges that we rather prefer to go with. It's not only us, but it's also the exchange, of course. We are not that big to be choosy, so it's something that it needs to be motivational for both. But we have very strong relationship with them because we are launching many different games which are not ours but third parties through our incubation program and our launchpad. So I cannot tell you yet, but not because I don't want to. It's because we have some agreements. We have to see how it evolves. We have to look at the market. So that is gonna change for sure. But I think that most likely it's gonna the IDO is gonna happen in by September, October. It may be postponed, but I think it's gonna be September, October. And then we will have a listing as soon as we have the IDO, so that people have liquidity to move their tokens. And to start with, at least it's going to be with the centralized exchanges, and in the future we'll see, or maybe at the same time it's going to be also listed on centralized, but we cannot tell yet where.
Brilliant. Yeah, early days. But people can definitely stay posted. Just follow their socials. Make sure you're on an announcement channel. Make sure you're in a Discord. We'll drop all your links at the end of this. Manuel, thank you so much for spending the last hour or so with us. It's been so great speaking to you. Really appreciate your time. I know it's a nice hot day. So thank you so much for jumping on with the GameStation community. I know your daughter wants to grab you back.
We don't have a huge house, but she has a lot of places where she could go. I think she just wants to be here. I'm sorry, I have to share that with you. Normally she doesn't do that, but today
it's nice.
She decided so she wanted to be part of it.
Yeah, of course. Anytime she wants to jump on, she's more than welcome here. GameStation, more than happy to have her. So thank you so much, guys. Make sure you have staked your GameStation token. Make sure you staked your gamer tokens. You've got till 9 p.m. UTC today before we do the snapshot. And definitely take part in the INO tomorrow at 4 p.m. UTC. Manuel, do you have any final words for the GameStation community?
It was a real pleasure. I didn't expect a level of questions, very high level. So it's a very good and indicative. I hope I managed to respond all of them properly. If you have any doubts, please come back to me. That's not a problem. I'm gonna share with you the link to our rewards program because we are doing a lot of things. Maybe you can join us and you can get some goodies and get some raffle tickets and stuff. So it's gonna be fun. So if you want to join, I will just send you the link for the rewards program for Monstropoly. And it was really a pleasure to be here with you. Thanks a lot, Crypto Kaffy. You did it very nice. And thank you to the community for having me. That was a real pleasure.
Oh, thank you so much. Absolute pleasure having you here. And thank you for dropping the rewards link. Definitely check that out. And super excited for the INO tomorrow. So thank you so much, Manuel. Wishing you a great day with your daughter and the son. Hope you guys do something nice today.
For sure.
Enjoy the
Thank
rest
you
of
very
your day.
much. You too. Take
You're
care.
welcome.
Bye-bye.
Soon. Bye. See you
Bye-bye.
later. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.